Good evening. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone to please silence your cell phones. Also remind you that council meetings are live streamed and they are on the city's YouTube channel. I now call the December 2nd, 2025 regular council meeting to order. The chair would entertain a motion to, by consent minute action, excuse the absence of Councillor Pollock.
So moved.
Moved by Councillor, or by Vice Mayor, seconded by Councillor Haskins. Please cast your vote. There we go. Please record the vote.
With all councillors voting aye, the motion passes.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty.
Please read the consent minute approval titles.
Approving the minutes of the October 28th, 2025 special council meeting, the October 28th, 2025 executive session, the November 4th, 2025 regular council meeting, and the November 4th, 2025 executive session.
Thank you. The chair would entertain a motion to approve the consent minute action items just read. Moved by Councillor Haskins, seconded by Councillor Bond. Any abstentions? Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all councillors voting aye, the motion passes.
Approved by minute action, the December 2nd, 2025 bills and claims is audited by Interim City Manager Lopez. Moved by Councillor Jensen, seconded by the Vice Mayor. Any abstentions? Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all councillors voting aye, the motion passes.
Tonight we talk with our bright spot when we do our outage city response. On November 13th, 2025, our community experienced a widespread power outage that affected not only the city of Casper, but also the whole state of Wyoming and the surrounding region. In the face of a rapidly evolving and unpredictable situation, our city force responded with professionalism, coordination, and a commitment to public service. So tonight, I want to recognize the efforts of some of these departments involved. First, our Public Safety Communication Center faced an intense surge, as you probably imagine, of 911 call volume. As radios cycled, consoles went dark, and alarms flooded the system. Yet PSCC staff maintained calm and provided continuity of service. Every division of the Casper Police Department responded swiftly and worked in unison to support schools, assist businesses, manage outages, and swiftly and worked in unison, assisting businesses, managing outages, and delivering critical information to residents. At incident, command post was quickly established to maintain coordinated communication across jurisdictions. Their adaptability and dedication ensured our community remained safe and informed. During the initial 2 hours of the power outage, the fire department responded to 18 calls. Crews navigated structured fires, fire alarms, and simultaneous emergencies with only minutes between calls and at times. Firefighters, inspectors, and chiefs triaged incidences efficiently while maintaining citywide coverage. Their seamless coordination with dispatch and other emergency partners ensured critical services never faltered during the unprecedented surge in calls and the volume of them. While the community experienced the outage above ground, our Water Operations Division worked behind the scenes to keep clean, safe drinking water flowing. Water distribution and water treatment managers immediately mobilized teams to remote tanks and booster stations, manually performing tasks usually handled by automated systems. Operators worked long hours to maintain system integrity and once power returned, crews rapidly and safely brought wells and treatment operations back online. Their expertise and dedication ensure our water supply remained protected, stable, and fully compliant throughout the event. The power outage also prompted an extensive response to keep the sewer and wastewater treatment systems functioning. While most of the gravity-based sewer system was unaffected, 17 lift stations required active management through permanent or portable generators, and if necessary, sewer cleaning trucks. Wastewater Operations Division staff mobilized quickly to assess non-powered stations, deploy a trailer-mounted generator, and coordinated the wastewater treatment plant, where the plant-wide generator activated automatically and operators successfully restarted treatment systems. Our regional lift stations also required inspection due to the inconsistent incoming power. As utility power returned intermittently, crews remained on standby and kept generators running to protect aging equipment while supplies stabilized. Throughout the event, staff maintained permit required sampling and stayed in compliance, and WARN outreach confirmed no additional aid was needed. Thanks to these coordinated efforts, Casper sewer and wastewater systems remained fully operational with no backups, equipment failures, or environmental violations. Despite a total loss of power at the transit facility and throughout much of the service areas, our transit division maintained 100% of essential link and assist operations. With dispatch systems offline, staff quickly transitioned to handheld radios and backup phones to maintain communications with drivers. On the road, operators navigated dark intersections, congested streets with professionalism. The assist paratransit team managed a sudden system-wide surge of passengers needing immediate return trips from medical facilities, and every rider made it safely to their destination. Our Parks and Recreation and Public Facilities team coordinated 4 facility evacuations occurring simultaneously in the middle of a busy day. Staff across the Ice Arena, Recreation Center, Aquatic Center, and Fort Casper Museum demonstrated calm leadership and clear communication as they safely guided hundreds of patrons through evacuations and transitions. Our parks crews stepped in wherever needed, truly operating as one team. Buildings and structures staff played an essential role, immediately verifying generator performance, stabilizing building systems, and restoring backup power. Their combined efforts turned a challenging moment into one of pride for our city and the residents we serve. The city's staff response is a demonstration of resilience, teamwork, and dedication to this community. To all the city employees who worked through this event, we want to thank you. Thank you for your commitment, because your commitment reflects the very best of public service. There will be a more detailed write-up for each group's effort, included in this week's information packet. Thank you so much for your hard work. It does not go unrecognized. We could not do this without you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining us tonight. You're always for the whole meeting if you would like. I see no takers. Like, we're out of here. Now is the time that we invite anyone in the audience who wishes to speak with the council to come forward. This portion of the meeting is dedicated to the public to allow them time to discuss matters of public interest and to voice their concerns. We ask that you please state your name, direct all questions and comments to the mayor. No personal obscenities or threats will be tolerated. Council will not respond to personnel matters. These will all be referred to our city manager. Councilors may ask clarifying questions, but if they choose to respond to matters, they will do so during the scheduled council response time following communications from persons present. As always, presentations are limited to 5 minutes and no time extensions will be permitted. Please note that public hearing ordinances each have their own separate comment periods. Mr. Schriftman.
Mayor, that was wonderful. These folks that work for the city, they step up, and I really appreciate it very much. I have 3 items tonight. First of all, back, I guess about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, there was some controversy about the Warbirds owner not paying rent or behind. I understand that there's a new agreement. So my question really is whether there was a gap that the revenue was not collected, whether that was written off or there was just a settlement on that. Speaking of the ice arena, I know that council had decided that the project for the expansion of the ice arena would continue through the end of the year if the ice hockey club raised enough money. I don't know where it stands right now. If they have gotten to the point of raising enough money and the project's ready to go forward, and if not, what council will decide to do, whether to extend the offer or to put the $3.2 million towards other city operations. At your meeting a few meetings ago, there was a gentleman from Evansville who spoke about a hateful assault and property damage, and you had mentioned that that would be taken care of better here in Casper because we have the anti-discrimination ordinance. But my feeling is that probably there's criminal penalties if somebody is assaulted, whether or not we have the anti-discrimination ordinance. It passed in 2022, and it says that discrimination based on race, color, religion, ancestry, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, national origin, and disability. There was a discussion whether age would be included. Council at that time decided not to include that. I am wondering if how many people have actually filed a complaint, how many prosecutions have occurred under that program. I'm just wondering why age was not included. There's elder abuse, there's child abuse, and there is, I think maybe a reason might be that probably the biggest hateful thing that somebody can do is to kill a baby. And so that was not included. So in a sense, the anti-discrimination ordinance has some discrimination in it. In the Constitution of the state of Wyoming, Article 1, Section 2 says, in their inherent right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, all members of the human race are equal. Martin Luther King once said, it is not possible to be in favor of justice for some people and not be in favor of justice for all people. And I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any follow-up questions for Mr. Schriftman?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Any follow-up or briefly responses from council? Yep. Councilor Gamroth.
Thank you, Mayor. Thanks, Mr. Schriftman, for your comments. I don't know if I can answer all your questions or inquiries, but we do have slated for December 30th work session a conversation about the second sheet of ice, and so I'm also curious where we stand, and so I was hopeful that that was going to be the conversation where we kind of figure that out. Our acting city manager is nodding her head yes, so I'd ask you to stay tuned for our December 30th work session where we should be able to talk about that more at length. Regarding the inclusion of age in the non-discrimination ordinance, I do remember that conversation. Unfortunately, my notes are failing me in regards to why that wasn't added, but my recollection is that somebody else fill me in if I'm misrepresenting this, but I thought all of the characteristics in our non-discrimination ordinance are also kind of classified at the federal level, and I believe age is one of them that wasn't, and so there was some sort of legal technicality where we couldn't add it. I think we had a different city attorney at the time, so I'll get back to you. I'll try to dredge up my notes and refresh my memory on that. But it was something that the citizen that was advocating for it, we had multiple conversations together, and I vetted it and approached council about it, and at the time there was legitimate reasoning why we couldn't include it. But I'll try to get you some more details on that at a later time. I think that's all I have. Thanks, Mayor.
Anybody else? As far as warbirds, that question that Mr. Schriftman had asked about, is that something we have contact or have information on or anything like that? I don't know.
Mayor, there is no gap in payment. The
There
city
is no
was
gap.
made whole.
Okay, great. No gap in payment. Anything else? Thank you, everyone. Please read the consent agenda titles.
Establish December 16, 2025 as the public hearing date for consideration of the transfer of retail liquor license number 18 Casper Chop House LLC, doing business as Wyoming's Rib and Chop House located at 256 South Center Street, to 307 Hospitality LLC, doing business as 307 Hospitality located at 256 South Center.
Thank you. The chair would entertain a motion to by minute action establish the public hearing. Moved by Councilor Sweeney, seconded by Councilor Jensen. Any abstentions? Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all councilors voting aye, the motion passes.
Please read the consent agenda title.
Cancel the public hearing and establish December 16, 2025 as a public hearing date for consideration approving a municipal code text amendment to section 17.12.210 pertaining to planning and zoning commission meetings.
Chair would entertain a motion to by minute action cancel the public hearing and reestablish the public hearing date just read. Moved by the Vice Mayor, seconded by Councilor Bond. Any abstentions? Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all councilors voting aye, the motion passes.
I now declare the public hearing open for the consideration, the transfer of retail liquor license number 10 to Big D Oil Company. Mr. City Attorney, do you have any exhibits?
Thank you, Mayor. I do. Exhibit number 1, correspondence from Fleur Tremble to Lima Lopez, dated November 21st, 2025. Exhibit number 2, affidavit of website publication dated December 2nd, 2025. Exhibit number 3, affidavit of publication from the Casper Star Tribune dated November 26, 2025. Exhibit number 4, liquor license application filed with the city clerk on November 3rd, 2025.
Thank you. Madam City Manager, do you have a report?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So this application has been received for the transfer of retail liquor license number 10 from Silver Fox to Big D, the new store located at 4501 Southwest Wyoming Boulevard. The applicant, Big D, intends to begin remodeling the premises for the packaged liquor store. While the owners aim to open by the end of the year, state statute does allow them additional time before they have to become operational. If approved, however, the retail liquor license will not be issued until all the required inspections for the remodel are completed and other health permits have been approved.
Thank you. Council will now listen to public comments. Public hearing comments are limited to 5 minutes and no duplication of speakers will be allowed. At this time, I would ask those individuals who wish to speak in favor of the transfer of retail liquor license number 10 to please approach the lectern. Those who wish to speak in favor. Good evening.
Hi, my name is Zach. Better offering. That's it.
Any questions? Yeah, go ahead, Councilman.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the accessibility. I guess just in terms of general curiosity, I'm not aware of any other gas stations that do have packaged liquor, and so I was curious how that would look.
Yeah, I don't, we have a similar location. And what we've done is establish a small space. Separate entrance. And
Thank you. I've not, but it sounds like a Smith's or an Albertsons kind of situation. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you. Any others who wish to speak in favor? At this time, I would ask those individuals who wish to speak in opposition to the transfer of retail license number 10 to please approach the lectern. Anybody to speak in opposition? There being no others to speak for or against the transfer of retail liquor license number 10, I now declare the public hearing closed. Chair would entertain a motion to approve the application for the transfer of retail liquor license number 10 from Silver Fox Restaurant and Lounge, doing business as Silver Fox Restaurant and Lounge, located at 3422 Energy Lane, to Big D Oil Company, doing business as Big D number 63, located at 4501 Southwest Wyoming Boulevard. Moved by Councilor Sweeney, seconded by Councilor Haskins. Discussion by the council. Any amendments? Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all counselors voting aye, the motion passes.
Thank you. Now I'll declare the public hearing of new bar and grill liquor license number 7 to Silver City. Mr. City Attorney, do you have any exhibits?
Thank you, Mayor. I do. Exhibit number 1, correspondence from Fleur Tremel to Lima Lopez, dated November 21st, 2025. Exhibit number 2, affidavit of website publication dated December 2nd, 2025. Exhibit number 3, affidavit of publication from the Casper Star Tribune dated November 26, 2025. Exhibit number 4, liquor license application filed with the city clerk on November 3rd, 2025.
Thank you. Madam City Manager, do you have a report?
Thank you, Mayor. Now that the retail liquor license is no longer being utilized for Silver Fox Steakhouse, they are eligible for a bar and grill liquor license number 7. So with that transfer to Big D, again, they can hold the bar and grill license, and if approved, the bar and grill license will be issued once all health permits have been approved.
Great. Thank you. Council will now listen to public comments. Public hearing comments are limited to 5 minutes and no duplication of speakers will be allowed. At this time, I would ask those individuals who wish to speak in favor of the new bar and grill liquor license number 7 to please approach the lectern. Anybody who wishes to speak in favor? Hello. Any questions for Mr. Quintana? Yeah, go ahead.
First off, congratulations, Julio. And do you have any big plans or changes in mind? I think Bernard would be thrilled. So
Any other questions? Great. Thanks, Julio. Any others who wish to speak in favor? At this time, I would ask those individuals who wish to speak in opposition to the new bar and grill liquor license number 7 to please approach the lectern. Anybody in opposition? There being no others to speak for or against the new bar and grill liquor license number 7, I now declare the public hearing closed. The chair would entertain a motion for new bar and grill liquor license number 7 for Quintana Innovations LLC, doing business at Silver Fox Steakhouse located at 3422 Energy Lane. Oh, that was a good one. Moved by Councilor Jensen, seconded by Councilor Sweeney. Discussion. Any discussion? Okay. Any amendments? Please cast your vote. Mr. Quintana's over there. It's like, what did I ever do to her? Please cast your vote. Or excuse me, please record the vote.
With all counselors voting aye, the motion passes.
Thank you so much. Council will now consider consent resolutions. Please read the consent resolutions by title only.
9A1, authorizing amendment number 1 to the lease agreement with David Street Station on Wyoming Nonprofit Corporation for maintenance support at David Street Station. 9A2, authorizing a contract with Granite Peak Pump Service Incorporated, Board Wyoming Center Irrigation Pump Station Replacement, project number 25-038. 9A3, authorizing a contract with Granite Peak Pump Service Incorporated for the Golf Course Irrigation Pump Station Replacement Project number 25-048. 9A4, authorizing change order number 1 with Trado Construction LLC for the Goodstein Park Parking Lot Phase 2 project. 9A5, authorizing a master subscription agreement with Edge Auditor Incorporated for the use of a cloud-based risk management technology platform at Hogadon Basin Ski Area. 9A6, authorizing amendment number 1 to the contract for professional services with API system integrators for the inspection of city fire sprinkler systems. 9A7, authorizing amendment number 1 to the contract for professional service system integrators for the inspection of city fire alarm systems. 9A8, authorizing a procurement of goods agreement for the purchase of 25 duty rifles and 25 suppressors from Dana Safety Supply Incorporated. 9A9, authorizing change order number 2 with Ramshorn Construction Incorporated for the old landfill remediation project. 9A10, authorizing the allocation of funds received as part of the 1 WIO and 1 WIO2 opioid settlement agreements.
Thank you. The chair to entertain a motion to adopt the consent agenda items just read. Moved by the Vice Mayor, seconded by Councilor Bond. Madam City Manager, would you like to comment on any of these items?
No, sir.
Any abstentions or nay votes? Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all counselors voting aye, the motion passes.
Please read the consent minute action title.
Authorizing the purchase of Cisco network devices through the State of Wyoming contract with the vendor 954 Consultants LLC.
Chair to entertain a motion to approve the consent minute action agenda item just read. Moved by Councilor Sweeney, seconded by Councilor Jensen. Any abstentions or nay votes? Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all counselors voting aye, the motion passes.
At this time, we ask councilors to bring forward any relevant concerns or items of interest. We'll start with you, Councilor Haskins, since you voted no and then voted yes again.
I know, I'm so decisive. I think you gotta use your fingernail. I figured it out. I had a public health meeting, super new to report since my last one was so good, right? Don't forget it. But one more reminder, they are doing DOT physicals and they are ready to take people anytime. So feel free to call them. And then I noticed that I brought up the vape ordinance. Yeah, vape ordinance, the smoking ordinance, and I don't see it on the thing. So I'm guessing the appropriate thing for me to do is ask if we can please have a conversation about adding vaping to the smoking ordinance and a conversation about THC vape pens and age limits on those since they're not the same as smoking and vape pens.
You want that on a work session?
Can we parade it, please?
Is council okay with putting that on a work session to
I'm
discuss?
just going for all popular these days.
Sounds good. Councilor Sweeney.
I don't have a whole lot. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I joined other counselors over at the senior center for the Wednesday lunch. Pretty humbling. The turnout was incredible. And you can definitely tell the need for our senior center and Meals on Wheels for that matter. And the biggest thing I'm thankful for is that the voters saw a clear pathway so that we passed the senior district. And that's will start here shortly so that we can give some of the grant money out that has already been applied for from the senior center and Meals on Wheels. I did help with the Elks on Thursday, and again, for me, a humbling experience being able to help in some small way for a little bit. And I felt a pretty good turnout again this year, a little more robust than last year, but they had plenty of food and great planning. But other than that, that was about it. And I'm excited what Julio and his ownership group can do with Silver Fox. It's great to see, the tradition carry on, and I'm sure he'll be active in the catering business, except without a liquor license now to do so. But anyway, don't forget, this Saturday is the Christmas parade. I'm sure Jenna was going to talk about it. And I think that starts at 6 o'clock, right? And I did drive by, but the tree lighting last Saturday looked like a great turnout. So once again, appreciate the community supporting.
Councilor Gamroth.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, on that note, there was a citizen-led lighting ceremony back on November 21st. My old friend Elena Medford had made a comment under one of the news articles about having PA equipment and wanting to help keep the event alive. She offered up assistance next year and said she could tap into a wide network of service-oriented citizens. I must have read it incorrectly because I thought she was offering to help this year. Regardless, I hit her up Thursday evening at like 8 p.m. She said she would move mountains to make it happen. She stayed up all night. And by 4 p.m. the next afternoon, we had hot chocolate, spoons, cookies, a PA system, and approval with the city to move forward. I don't know all who donated. There were certainly a lot of people. I took supplies from a gal who just called herself Pam when she dropped them off. And so thanks, Pam. Also, Bethany Moore and the Casper Youth Baseball, they brought cookies and tons of hot cocoa. Tammy Chappell at Hyatt Hotel helped me secure some big hot water dispensers with preheated water. That was amazing. Very hot, got all over the backseat of my Jeep. Thank you very much. And Zulima worked with her team to get more trash cans on site and make sure we had power. Overall, we had about 30 businesses sponsoring trees to the tune of $21,000. And so obviously, thank you to all the businesses. I'm not going to name all 30, but thank you for your corporate sponsorship of the trees so that we could do what we were able to. I think we served probably 100, 125 people over the course of the evening. So again, not the scope of previous years, but still a really great turnout considering the kind of last minute slapdash organization. Yeah, and just hoping that we can really leverage. Obviously, there's a lot of people in the community that feel very strongly about that event specifically, and so hoping we can leverage that passion and that volunteerism next year to, try to maintain as much as we can the event that everyone's gotten used to in the face of seems like perpetually declining revenues. We had a Old Yellowstone District Committee meeting on November 24th. We were joined by Alex Feda, who gave the group an update and timeline and rendering of the pedestrian bridge project. So got that group up to speed on that. Discussed a ribbon cutting ceremony for the now open and recently remodeled Homax. Also presented some proposed changes to the OID form-based code, and I believe we will be seeing those at some point in the nearest future on council, if I'm correct. No Liz Becker to fall back on this evening. David Street Station gave a report about their winter calendar and the installation of the ice skating chiller. They had their community Christmas tree lighting over the weekend, and was really glad to see the turnout there despite the pretty chill weather. I gave a shout out to lots of folks that made that happen, I think, at our last meeting, but I wanted to include Casper Tin. They bought all new ornaments for the tree. So again, just one more community partner to help make that happen. Historic Preservation Commission announced Rialto as their new Christmas ornament this year. I don't believe it's available yet, but should be available soon. I usually pick mine up at Fort Casper Museum, but I think there's a couple other outlets where you might be able to pick that up if you're interested. I did have the pleasure of bussing tables and helping to serve lunch at the Casper or the Central Wyoming Senior Center day before Thanksgiving. Was joined by Councilor Pollock, Councilor Sweeney, Zulima was there, Floor was there, Officer Wheeler, my little brother Corey was in town, and he was looking for something to do, so I brought him along. There's probably other people. I apologize if I forgot, but yeah, really love being able to connect with those folks. And in my experience, they're some of the most curious about the things that we're doing here. And so I know our acting city manager got pulled into a couple conversations about, I don't know what, but something. And yeah, so I just really appreciate the communication I have with folks there, and want to thank Rachel for that invite. On the note of the increased need, anecdotally, I'd love to hear from Rachel about if they track those numbers. I'm sure they do. I'd love to hear from her about what they saw as far as this year compared to last year, because anecdotally, everyone I talked to, and I've done it for a couple years in a row now, it looked like a lot more people. Meals on Wheels, same. I'd be curious what the need is this year compared to years past. Brad Hopkins at the Central Wyoming Rescue Mission, I believe it was in a newsletter he sent us and maybe other people, but it was in a request for assistance during Thanksgiving, so a couple weeks ago now at this point, but he stated that they were on track to serve 10,734 meals last month, the most they've ever served in their 47-year history. And during the holiday season, they expect to serve 21,468 hot meals, a 43% increase from what they had originally budgeted for this year. And he said just more and more people coming to the dining hall every day, not looking for housing, but just experiencing food insecurity. So, you know, every time I hear about it, I'm going to keep ringing that alarm, because I think it's something we need to keep our eyes closely on. And then lastly, I believe we're all on the email chain from WHAM, but there is a legislative interim recap on December 17th from 7:30 to 8:30. So I know, you know, this is definitely a year to be closely watching what the legislature's doing. And so I encourage folks, if you can make it, tune into that recap so that we can all stay up to date on kind of everything that's being discussed in the interim session as we get closer and closer to the next session this next year. That's all I got. Thank you.
Councilor Jensen.
All right. Well, I also attended that community lit run Christmas lighting, so that was fun. There was a good turnout, so that was great, and the lights were still impressive even though we had to cut back, so it still looks pretty darn good. Yes, Pat mentioned the Christmas parade, and it is, I did my Wonder Woman move, because that is the theme for this year, is Unmask the Magic. It's a superhero Christmas, so I'm expecting a lot of people to come out in their capes and neon and whatever else, shiny glittery things that glow in the dark, and it should be a great event. So that is Saturday, this Saturday at 6, so bundle up. I looked at the weather, it's supposed to be around 32, 34 degrees, so hopefully that's great. I'm asking people to please utilize the parking garage during that time, because it's going to get crowded like it always does down there, and that's just easier. Less confusing with people trying to stage the floats and get into that area. That being said, we do have 70 plus floats that are registered when we closed, so it's going to be a great event. I also want to say a shout out to Julio and his partners. I'm just very excited for him on this new adventure of his. He's talked about doing these big things, and now I'm happy that he embraced the uncomfortable and took the leap and the opportunity to grow. So I'm ecstatic to him and hope that community continues to support Silver Fox out there. Also, let's see. Oh, one more thing to the parade. I forgot to mention that we are in need of some volunteers for staging still. So if anybody's available, just call the Chamber of Commerce and get them on the list, and you can help. Tammy is the one that runs our staging down there. So she still needs about, I don't know, I think it was 8 volunteers. But let's see. And then with my passing of my dad last week, I wanted to let you know I'm not going to be here next Tuesday, but I am going to try to video in because I need the paycheck. $150, you know.
Yeah, right.
I still need it because I'm food insecure. So I will be there. So I'll let you know that I will not be present, but I'll be remote
Sounds good.
from Missouri.
Thank you. Councillor Bond.
Thank you, Mayor. Not much. I did attend the senior board meeting last Monday, and they are definitely looking forward, as Councillor Sweeney mentioned, to the funds becoming available from the senior district funding. And I would encourage everyone to follow the Casper Senior Center on your favorite social media platform. They've done a lot of work on their social media presence and using that as an informative tool. I was not able to attend the Christmas tree lighting, but Elena is a former student of mine, the gal that did the organizing, and she is a force to be reckoned with. I'll tell you that. That's true. So I've been friends with her, stayed friends with her off and on since her youth. So, but I'm not surprised. Thanks to Councillor Gamroth too for his help in getting that done. Last thing I wanted to mention is thanks to the chief for reminding me about this, but there is a professional development stress reducing workshop coming up at Casper College this Friday. I think it's coming up. There's still room. It's the comedian is Dominic Syracuse, but I guess it's about stress relief and how to rejuvenate and keep yourself motivated, and that this is a good time of year for that. So there's 5 different sessions throughout the day, starting at 9 o'clock and going until last sessions at 6 o'clock in the evening, and so they're every couple hours throughout the day. But I'll forward this to the council members somehow.
That'd be great.
I
Yeah.
have to say that he's a comedian, and it is really funny. He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I've attended a workshop before.
Yeah.
It's good.
So might be appropriate for city council. It's sponsored by the Collective Health Trust, so a good resource there in terms of helping to maintain our mental health and sanity this time of year. So any city employees or council members who'd like to go are certainly encouraged, but I'll get that out. So thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councillor Larson. All right. Vice Mayor. Just have 2 items, very quick opportunity and the honor to swear in 5 new firefighters yesterday. It was fantastic. Had a lot of the staff members there, including our city manager. And so it was great to be able to see that and the work that they put into it. So very honored to swear in 5 new recruits. Just real quick housekeeping. After we will be in our executive session as we vote for leadership, we will release an official statement on who was chosen in the straw poll provisionally tomorrow in a press release. That's correct. Okay. The next council meeting of the City Council will be a work session to be held at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, December 9th, and a regular council meeting to be held at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, December 16th. A notice of an executive session to take place on this date and during this meeting was given. We have matters to discuss related to personnel and land. The chair would entertain a motion to adjourn to an executive session, and at the conclusion of this executive session, to reconvene this regular meeting solely for the purposes of adjournment of this regular meeting. Moved by the Vice Mayor, seconded by Councilor Haskins. There are a majority of councilors present and a motion to adjourn to an executive session has been moved and seconded. This motion requires a 2/3 majority of the council present. Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all councilors voting aye, the motion passes.
A greater than 2/3 majority of the council present voted in